Good morning, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to school on this Monday. Oh, yes, a foggy Monday it is. It's the 15th day of January in the year 2018. Hope your day's off to a marvelous start. Not necessarily foggy. But anyway, sit back now because here are your morning announcements. Today would be a day 7 schedule. Let's follow that day 7 routine. As I mentioned yesterday, there are inspectors in the house from MSA and CIS. Please make our guests feel welcome throughout the course of the week. You may see them in classrooms, in the hallways. They may need directions to a classroom or something, so please make them feel welcome and be courteous and respectful to them as you give them directions and as you interact with them throughout the week. Choir students, today is the big day. Best of luck to all of you and to Miss Gordon as well. It is the night day of the UAS choir concert. That'll be at 6:30 tonight in our MPH. Come on out and support your classmates as they sing, dance, clap, and perform songs in English, Latin, Bantu, and more, much, much more. Hope to see you tonight. All choir students must be in the MPH on time, 5:45 p.m. in room 1 for grade 6 and 6 o'clock for grades 7 and 8 in rooms 4 and 5. And as I said, best of luck to all of our choir students. Reminder to grade 7 band students that you have band tomorrow. That is Tuesday, first period, not PE. You don't have PE. Bring your instrument, grade 7 choir students. You're heading to PE tomorrow morning, so bring your kit. Again, that's band students tomorrow morning. You have PE. Choir students, band students, you have band. Choir students, you have PE, so make sure you have your kit with you. Student council members, you have your usual meeting at lunch today. You have to go through a lot of things, especially getting ready for your big February cookie sale. So please come straight to Miss Starling's room at 1210 with your lunch. This news from Miss Lesperance. Students, remember, if you have overdue books, it's time to either renew or return them. If they were abandoned or lost in another country, unfortunately, you'll have to pay for them. But again, those overdue books from if they were checked out prior to winter break are overdue now, so please take care of that in the library with Miss Lesperance. Also, students interested in helping to build a giant Minecraft tree in the library should see Miss Lesperance in the library today at lunchtime. Only middle school students or teachers willing to work with others and have fun need apply. If you have any questions, see Miss Lesperance. And now please sit back and enjoy the following video from your Student Voice Committee.
The SVC team presents to you a project that we have been working on for a while. The main purpose of this project is for us to learn more about our teachers and respect them more as well. We brought together a bunch of middle school teachers and interviewed them to see what their life is like on a day-to-day basis. We hope to fulfill our purpose and hope that teachers are respected more and more in the new year.
Do you think the students fully understand how you feel? And does it seem sometimes that they're completely oblivious to your feelings?
Yeah, sure. I mean, sometimes I'm feeling things that aren't appropriate for me to share with students, like I'm having a bad day or something hard is happening in my life, and that's just normal. That happens to everyone. But I think in general, I'm the kind of person that wears my emotions on my sleeve, so it's easy to tell when I'm frustrated or upset. So I think students do pick up on that, even if they don't say anything about it. But sometimes they do. Sometimes people are like, oh, she's getting kind of mad now. I can hear people saying that to one another. But yeah, I think they do know how I'm feeling, and I think they know, like you guys know, when teachers feel like they're not being respected. I think you guys are smart and you pick up on those things. So I guess the question then is, like, how do you respond to that?
Do you feel that you are being respected enough by your students, and what are your feelings about this subject?
I think that my students do respect me. I feel that we have a good mutual relationship of respect. I hope and I think that most of my students really know that I respect them. So I feel like that I earn their respect. So I hope you guys feel that way. I think sometimes I feel disrespected when students aren't intentionally trying to be that disrespectful. Like just feeling like I want them to listen carefully to instructions or what I'm saying. I think sometimes students, when they're talkative and they're not really trying to be like mean to the teacher. And I understand that, but it also kind of makes me feel frustrated in the moment, because to me it's a sign of disrespect not to be listening to a teacher or someone who's trying to tell you something, or talking when somebody else is talking. Those kind of basic things. But in general, I really feel like students at UAS respect me as their teacher, and I respect them too as my students.
What is the most frustrating part of your job?
The most frustrating part of my job is that sometimes it's so time consuming that it makes me really tired. Just preparing and wanting to do well in it. I think also what I said earlier, like it's frustrating sometimes feeling like you're doing a lot of hard work, but there's not any really clear results to see that the impact that you're making. So I think that's kind of hard, just to trust that as long as I'm trying to do my best, that's the best that I can do without having like a really clear result of how I'm doing. But also sometimes I think the most frustrating thing is when I really want a student to succeed or be excited to learn, and I just can tell that they're not motivated. And it's not about my relationship with them, it's about their own motivation. So that is frustrating, and it kind of makes me sad sometimes.
What is the best part of your job?
The best part of my job is you guys. Also sometimes the worst. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I love just getting to know my students. I just really enjoy you guys a lot. And I love teaching middle schoolers, especially because I feel like maybe I have a little bit of like a goofy sense of humor. So I appreciate that middle schoolers often seem to connect with my sense of humor and even appreciate it a little bit, I hope. So.
Why did you become a teacher? Is there a specific reason that you wanted to become one?
I think I became a teacher partly because I really like people, and so I wanted to have a job where I got to be around people all day, and I do get to be around a lot of people all day. And I also really loved learning, and I wanted to kind of pass on that love of learning to others. I also really loved learning specifically about other cultures, and I felt like teaching a language that I was really passionate about was a way that I could kind of pass on, hopefully, that passion for learning from other people who are different from you, cross-cultural learning to other people.
Do you have a specific or certain hobby that you enjoy to perform outside of the school?
Outside of school, I'm really involved in my church community, and so I help out with the youth group. So I go from hanging out with teenagers all day here to helping out with the youth group in my church, sometimes in the evenings. And so I really enjoy just hanging out with friends from our church or people who are visiting. I love having people over to my house and cooking them food. I really like cooking when I have time to kind of play around with different recipes and experiment. And I live really close to the beach, so I also love going to the beach and walking along the beach, or just sitting or swimming in the ocean, just kind of relaxing.
Number 3, is there something that you have done in your life that you are very proud of yourself for doing?
I think I am proud of myself for being a teacher, because it's not an easy job. And when I first started, I think my first year of teaching showed me that there were a lot of ways that I didn't feel confident in myself, and it showed me that it wasn't like being a student. Like, I was really good at being a student because I got a grade that told me exactly how well I was doing, but as a teacher, I didn't feel like there was a way that I could see this feedback that immediately told me how well I was doing my job. Even if I was working really hard, sometimes I felt like students weren't learning what I wanted them to. So that was really hard, and kind of rattled my pride a little bit, but also helped me to see that if I keep working hard at that, then even if I can't see the results immediately, even in my students, like hopefully one day people will remember not just like the content that I've taught them in class, but maybe my relationship with my students will have like an impact on their lives. So I think I'm proud of myself for sticking in a job that's kind of hard. And I'm also proud, I think, of going through hard things in life and still having joy and peace in the midst of some of those hard seasons of life.
Thank you, SVC, for that great video on Miss Donald. The pitch rotation schedule today, grade 8. You've got the main pitch. Grade 7, you've got the second pitch. Grade 6, you've got the end zone pitch today. Passing along birthday wishes today to brothers Minuk Kim in grade 8 and Minuk Kim in grade 8. Let's wish the Kim brothers a very happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Minuk and Minuk. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, gentlemen. That's all I have for today. I do hope the fog lifts and you find yourself having a magnificent Monday. Take good care. We will talk with you later.